Stop scrolling. Something told you to open this video right now. It was not an accident, it was not random, it was not luck. Somewhere, in a place you cannot see, heaven moved, and you felt it. Listen carefully. You have been feeling strange lately, restless, disconnected. Like you no longer fit in rooms you used to feel comfortable in. Like conversations that used to satisfy you now feel empty. Like people you used to laugh with now feel far away, even when they are standing right next to you. You are not losing your mind, you are being awakened. Hear this clearly. God is not confused about you. God is not surprised by your pain. God is not far from what you are going through right now. He planned this moment before you were born. He knew this exact day, this exact hour, this exact ache in your chest would be the moment he would speak to you. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine appointment. God is saying, I set you apart before the foundations of the world. I have been watching you in silence. I have been preparing you in secret. And today, I am calling you by name. If you feel alone right now, good. That means you are exactly where God needs you to be. Because chosen people are always isolated before they are elevated. Listen carefully. Every person God has ever used in history walked through a season of loneliness first. Before Joseph wore the coat of favor, he wore the chains of betrayal. Before David wore the crown, he hid in caves, forgotten by his own family. Before Moses led a nation, he spent 40 years in a desert, invisible to everyone who once knew his name. You are in that desert right now, and it feels like punishment. But it is not punishment. It is preparation. Hear this clearly. The loneliness you feel is not because something is wrong with you. It is because something great is being formed inside you, and greatness cannot be formed in a crowd. Greatness is formed in silence. Greatness is formed in isolation. Greatness is formed when everyone else has left the room, and it is just you and God. This is your season. This is your appointment. This is the moment your whole life has been building toward, whether you realized it or not. So listen closely, because what you are about to hear will change the way you see your entire life. Let me speak to you now, child. I know your name. I knew it before your mother spoke it over you. I knew it before you took your first breath. I knew the exact shape of your pain, the exact weight of your tears, the exact silence you have carried for years, pretending you were fine when you were breaking apart on the inside. I saw it all, and I did not turn away. I have been watching you in the moments no one else saw. The nights you cried into a pillow so no one would hear you. The mornings you forced a smile so no one would ask questions. The friendships that faded. The love that betrayed you. The family that misunderstood you. The dreams that seemed to die right in front of you. I saw every single moment. And I want you to hear me now. None of it was wasted. Listen carefully. You were never meant to fit in with everyone else. You were never meant to be understood by people who were never assigned to walk your path. You were never meant to receive applause from a crowd that was only there for a season. You were chosen for something greater. And chosen people are always misunderstood before they are honored. Hear this clearly. The people who left you did not leave because you were too much. They left because they were not equipped to carry what I placed inside you. Some people are only assigned to a season, not to your destiny. And when a season ends, I remove people gently, sometimes painfully, so that the next chapter of your life can begin. I removed them on purpose, not to hurt you, but to protect what I am building in you. Listen carefully. There is a version of you being formed right now that the old version could never survive. The old friendships would have suffocated it. The old relationships would have distracted it. The old environment would have silenced it. So I made room. Even when it hurt you to lose them, I was making room for what is coming. God is saying, I did not abandon you when they left. I was clearing the path for your breakthrough. Hear this clearly. Every tear you cried in secret, I saved it. Every night you felt forgotten, I remembered you. Every prayer you whispered when you thought no one was listening, I heard it. You were never alone. Even in your darkest moment, when you felt like giving up, when you felt like your prayers were hitting the ceiling and bouncing back, when you felt like heaven had gone silent, I was closer to you than your own heartbeat. Listen carefully. Silence does not mean absence. My silence was not rejection. My silence was preparation. I do my deepest work in the quiet, not the noise. I shape mountains in silence. I form oceans in silence. I create galaxies in silence. And I was forming you. In silence. You did not understand it then. But you will understand it now. Hear this clearly. The season of silence is ending. The season of breakthrough is beginning. Everything you walked through, every tear, every betrayal, every sleepless night, was not the end of your story. It was the introduction. God is saying, you are about to enter the chapter I have been writing for you since before you were born. Listen carefully. There is a war happening around your life right now that you cannot see with your natural eyes. Spiritual forces have been fighting to keep you distracted, discouraged, and disconnected from your purpose. That is why you felt so tired for no reason. That is why anxiety attacked you at night. That is why doubt crept into your mind right when you were closest to your breakthrough. This was not random. This was resistance. Because the enemy does not fight ordinary people this hard. He fights chosen people. Hear this clearly. If your life feels like a battlefield right now, it is because heaven is preparing to promote you, and hell is trying to stop it. The intensity of the attack is proof of the size of your assignment. You would not be under this much pressure if you were not carrying something powerful. Diamonds are formed under pressure, gold is refined by fire, and you are being refined right now. Listen carefully. I want you to stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is God building in me through this? Because pain without purpose will destroy you, but pain with purpose will transform you. God is saying, I am not punishing you, I am purifying you. Hear this clearly. Every heartbreak you experienced was removing something fragile from your foundation so that what I build next in you can withstand anything the world throws at you. Every friend who betrayed you was removing weakness disguised as loyalty. Every door that closed in your face was removing distraction disguised as opportunity. Every disappointment was removing you from a future that was never meant to be yours. I was protecting you the entire time, even when it felt like abandonment. Listen carefully. There is a difference between being rejected by people and being protected by God. Sometimes what looks like rejection is actually divine protection in disguise. I closed doors you were begging me to open because behind those doors was pain I refused to let you walk into. You may never fully understand why certain things happened the way they did. But one day, when you look back at your life from the mountaintop I am taking you to, you will whisper, thank God, that did not work out the way I wanted it to. Hear this clearly. Your setbacks were setups. Your delays were divine timing. Your disappointments were divine redirection. And your pain is about to become your platform. God is saying, I am not done with you. I am only getting started. Listen carefully. I see the dream you buried because people laughed at it. I see the vision you stopped speaking about because no one understood it. I see the fire inside you that people tried to extinguish with their doubt and their criticism and their limited thinking. That fire is still burning, and I am about to blow on it until it becomes an unstoppable flame. Hear this clearly. You were never called to live an ordinary life. You were never called to blend in. You were never called to shrink yourself to make other people comfortable. You were called to walk in a purpose so significant that heaven itself has been preparing you for it since before time began. This is why you never felt like you belonged. Because you were not made for that room. You were made for a bigger room. A room filled with breakthrough. A room filled with purpose. A room filled with the very presence of God, guiding your every step. Listen carefully. The isolation is ending. The confusion is ending. The season of silence is ending. You are about to walk into the next chapter of your life, and it will not look like anything you have experienced before. God is saying, get ready. Because everything you prayed for in secret is about to be revealed in public. Hear this clearly. You are chosen. Not because you are perfect. Not because you never struggled. Not because you never doubted. But because I saw something in you before you saw it in yourself. I saw your strength in your weakest moment. I saw your faith in your most fearful moment. I saw your purpose in your most painful moment. And I chose you anyway. Listen carefully. This is your sign. This is your moment. This is your awakening. Now let me speak to you about what happens next. Because being chosen is only the beginning. What comes after being chosen is transformation. And transformation is not comfortable. Transformation is not easy. Transformation is not gentle. Transformation requires you to die to who you used to be, so you can rise into who you were always meant to become. Hear this clearly. The caterpillar does not become a butterfly by staying the same. It goes through a process that looks like death before it becomes something beautiful. It enters a dark place. It stops moving the way it used to move. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening. But on the inside, everything is being rebuilt. That is exactly where you are right now. Listen carefully. You are in the cocoon season of your life. It feels dark. It feels still. It feels like nothing is happening. But I promise you, everything is happening. God is saying, I am rebuilding you from the inside out, and when I am finished, you will not recognize the person you used to be. Hear this clearly. This is why old habits no longer satisfy you. This is why old conversations feel shallow. This is why old environments feel suffocating. You have outgrown the version of yourself that used to survive there. You are becoming someone new, and someone new cannot live in an old life. Listen carefully. This is why God has been removing people from your life. Not because you are unworthy of love, not because you are unworthy of friendship, but because some people were only designed to walk with the old version of you, and they are not equipped to walk with who you are becoming. Let them go. Even if it hurts, even if you do not understand it yet. God is saying, I am not punishing you by removing them. I am protecting your next season. Hear this clearly. There is a loneliness that comes before elevation, and it is one of the most painful seasons a chosen person will ever walk through. It is the loneliness of being surrounded by people who do not understand your calling. It is the loneliness of explaining your dream to someone and watching their eyes go blank. It is the loneliness of praying for a breakthrough while everyone around you celebrates staying comfortable. This loneliness is not a curse. It is a signal. It is proof that you are being separated for something significant. Listen carefully. Every prophet in history walked through this loneliness. Every world changer in history walked through this isolation. Every person who ever left a mark on this earth first walked through a season where nobody understood them, nobody believed in them, and nobody stood beside them. But God stood beside them, and God is standing beside you. Hear this clearly. You are not crazy for feeling different. You are not crazy for feeling like your dreams are too big for the people around you. You are not crazy for feeling like your pain has a purpose bigger than what you can currently see. You are awakening. And awakening is uncomfortable because it requires you to leave behind everything that used to feel familiar. Listen carefully. There is a spiritual war happening for your mind right now. The enemy wants you to believe you are wasting your time. He wants you to believe your prayers are not working. He wants you to believe you missed your moment, that your dream is dead, that your best days are behind you. These are lies. God is saying, do not believe the voice that tells you it is over. I am the God who speaks life into dead things. Hear this clearly. I spoke to a valley of dry bones, and they came alive again. I spoke to a tomb, and a dead man walked out of it. I spoke to a womb that was called barren, and life sprang forth from it. If I can do that, do you really think your dream is too dead for me to resurrect? Listen carefully. The very thing you thought was finished. I am about to breathe new life into it. The relationship you thought was over. I may restore it, or I may replace it with something greater. The dream you buried, I am digging it back up, and I am about to water it until it grows beyond anything you imagined. The faith you thought you lost, I never let go of it. It was hiding inside you the whole time, waiting for this exact moment to be reignited. God is saying, this is your resurrection season. Hear this clearly. Stop looking at what you have lost and start looking at what I am about to give you. Stop mourning the people who left and start preparing for the people I am bringing. Stop replaying the pain of the past and start declaring the promise of your future. Listen carefully. I know it has been hard. I know you have cried more tears than anyone around you realizes. I know you have prayed prayers that felt like they disappeared into silence. I know you have questioned if I even see you. I see you. I have always seen you. And everything you walked through, every heartbreak, every betrayal, every disappointment, every lonely night, was preparing you for a level of strength you did not know you had. God is saying, you survived what should have broken you because I was holding you the entire time. Hear this clearly. You are stronger than you think. You are more resilient than you know. You are more spiritually powerful than the enemy wants you to believe. Because chosen people do not just survive their storms. They come out of their storms carrying something the storm was never able to take from them. Faith, purpose, fire. Listen carefully. This is your invitation to rise. Not to rise into bitterness about what you lost. Not to rise into anger about who left you. Not to rise into fear about what comes next. But to rise into the fullness of who God created you to be. God is saying, I am not finished writing your story. The chapters you thought were the end were only the middle. Hear this clearly. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Your comeback is closer than you think. Your restoration is closer than you think. And the very thing the enemy used to try to destroy you, God is about to use to launch you into your purpose. Listen carefully. This is the moment you stop asking, "Why me?" and start declaring, "Why not me?" Because you were chosen for this moment. You were chosen for this pain, so you could understand this purpose. You were chosen for this loneliness, so you could develop this strength. You were chosen for this battle, so you could walk in this victory. God is saying, everything is coming together exactly the way I planned it. Hear this clearly? Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust the pain. Trust the silence. Trust the plan. Because I have never failed you, and I am not going to start now. If these words touched something deep inside you, if you felt your spirit stir while listening, if you feel like God spoke directly to your heart through this message, comment the word "chosen" right now. Let it be your declaration. Let it be your agreement with heaven. Let it be the moment you stop hiding your faith and start standing in it. Strengthen your faith today, even in the silence. Even when you don't understand. Even when it hurts. Trust God's timing. Because His timing has never once been late. Subscribe now, so you never miss the next message God wants to speak directly into your life. More breakthroughs are coming. More prophetic words are coming. More awakening is coming. You were chosen for such a time as this. Now go and walk like it.